It's a very historical show in many, many ways.
Yeah, it's extremely unique.
Looking through here, it's kind of the story of the art in Saskatchewan.
I'm Kim Hotelling. I'm the director and curator with the Art Gallery of Swift Current, and we're very pleased to present the exhibition Art for Sale. One of the things that wasn't being addressed, certainly in Southwest Saskatchewan, was private collections. There's a few people in this area that are buying art and have some really wonderful little collections on the go and are really interested in it. And I thought that if there was a way to kind of introduce more people in Swift Current and area to the idea of buying artwork and giving them really good examples of artwork that is for sale in Saskatchewan, then that would maybe work towards kind of that objective to try and have more people considering artwork for their private home or business.
These pieces always, to me, just feel like a piece of granite on a long beach or something. They just always have a different temperature and a different sound.
You can't underestimate how important it is to educate the public, because art sometimes gets a bad rap. It's just a matter of education, and we need to start young or educate when people walk in the building. A lot of people are intimidated to come to an art gallery. If they're brave enough to come in to see what's going on, it's the responsibility of the art gallery owners, or in this case the public gallery, to educate.
At a certain point, you have to recognize that art is worth something, and the work that you put into it counts. And I don't know. I guess I talk to a lot of people that don't know a lot about art, and they're kind of like, "How long did that take you?" And they want to do a minimum wage, pay you by the hour. And you're like, but just wait, I did 20 other paintings to get to that one. And so it's not really a measurable scale. And it is also something that you keep forever. It's not a pair of jeans you recycle a few years later, right?
Price tags can make eyes bulge sometimes, but that's earned over a career of hard, dedicated, committed, consistent work. And that's not easy to do.
This body of work came out of doing a couple residencies, one in Denmark and then one in Medicine Hat, where I was really exploring deconstructing the pot, throwing pots on the wheel and capturing movement within the cylinder form. So it kind of came out of a phase of kind of exploring dance and movement and then trying to capture that within the vessel form.
I think it's important to have something in your home that engages you, not just visually or aesthetically, but engages you intellectually as well. I choose work for my own house that is, some pieces are just beautifully stunning. There's certain works that I've chosen because I may not at first find them really aesthetically pleasing, but they intrigue me.
If you really like it and you really want it, then you really love something about it, a technique. For artists, sometimes it's something that I would love to be able to do. So I buy it because I want to admire that technique that I can't accomplish, and I don't want to copy it. I just want to admire that they did it and I can't.
Art for Sale includes artists that are represented by two major commercial galleries in the province. It was kind of the coming together of two really significant galleries that were kind of at both ends, of their history. Here, the art placement is, so well established and continuing, and the slate just kind of getting going in these last few years, and yet both doing outstanding work.
So I'm Kimberly Fife. Sometimes I get called Kimberly Fafard, and I'm okay with that. This is my partner, Gina Fafard. I don't know if you've ever been called Gina Fife. Often we're called the girls or the ladies, but we are co-owners of Slate Fine Art Gallery, and our business began almost 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years.
We support them in the making of art. That's number one thing we do, because we're handling all their sales so they can stay in the studio and continue to create. That's the number one thing that we want our artists to be able to do. And we're there to relieve them of any stress of, grant applications. We'll help with those. We'll write recommendations. We'll send in their name for awards, provincial or national, help artists with their pricing if they need that. Like you say, that we're there as a shoulder to cry on sometimes too when, you know, a project they're doing isn't working out the right way.
You want to present that you're reputable and people can feel confidence purchasing work through your establishment. If you exist as a space with all the sort of costs and everything associated with that, it shows a level of professionalism and stability. The thing about art is that it is an experience. So it happens when you encounter that work, there is an interaction with the physical object. That is why, you know, in general, we deal with works of art that are one of a kind. So they can't be reproduced. There is no other object out there that is exactly like it.
The way I work with photography is using photography as material rather than a final product. So I photograph those things that trigger in me amazement and wonder.
I live in a small city in Saskatchewan, in Moose Jaw, where the community is small and the artistic community is small. So being part of this gallery also brings in my life other artists, you know, to have conversations, you know, others that have similar interests, you know, to have conversations with.
What I tend to do is look for a more melancholy kind of feel to the work. I think it's sad that we're losing the prairie elevators, just as it's sad we're losing the lighthouses of Nova Scotia. Photography, I think, is a really hard sell. As I say, it's kind of, I think, on the periphery, sort of. And they've been a real believer in photography as an art and a real supporter of me and my practice. So I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have without Slate Gallery. There's no way.
When you have a gallery like the Slate Gallery or Art Placement in Saskatoon that host your openings, their openings of their artists, that sell the work, they support the artists, they support the public too by providing a venue for them to come and see work and to spend time and discuss and buy, stuff like that. I can't stress the importance of galleries, commercial galleries enough.
I don't spray it.
And I'm very delighted to see that this gallery here in Swift Current has decided to bridge that gap and to invite a commercial gallery or two to come and do a show and to speak about the importance of selling work and things like that. So I thought this is so out there and advanced, you know, that I'm really delighted, and I thought we just got to go to this show. We got to be very supportive of this.
What's really great is that even though it is called Art for Sale and it's a presentation of work that is offered at commercial galleries in the province, that's kind of essentially what it is, but it's also a fantastic survey of Saskatchewan art right now.
I am aware enough to know that that there's been more and more of a separation between commercial galleries and public art galleries, you know, over the contemporary years.
And it's just this sort of blatant invitation to come and buy an artwork.
It's because there's a worry, I suppose, on the part of the public galleries that the intent of the public gallery and its service will be confused if we involve commercial galleries or commercial venture even in the public space. The truth is, that these galleries are very important to the arts ecology of our province and nation, and they are part of the art scene. And so, representing them publicly in art galleries, I think is a completely legitimate thing to do. More legitimate even for our community and region, because we don't actually have a commercial gallery in Southwest Saskatchewan or Swift Current. There's a need to have artwork in our life and in our public buildings, our business buildings, but also in our private homes. We need artwork all around us in order to have a real sense of our visual art culture.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on Max TV Local on Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com.